thank you to Lexicon for their support on Patreon.
Everywhere I've been today seems to be pointing me in the same direction. The hip. Notebook updated. The workers at the hip are the source of information in town. Okay, so it seems to be automatically loading up the note that I should look at. But oh! Okay, so I was literally about to say, but I also have the inclination to look through all the other ones just in case. If not, just to look at all of them. But yeah, literally, the barkeep was acting suspicious as hell. The staff at the hip turned a saloon in the middle of nowhere into a world-famous attraction. Samson needs to sleep more. Dora's carved out a sizable space in this podunk. The CGCS put Echo on the map economically, but the brothel is the only thing in town that attracts genuine celebrities. Not everybody might be able to afford the hip daily, but everybody's been there at least once. And it's not just the prostitutes who love the madam. Mormons and Masada, Marxists and capitalists, atheists and Protestants, suffragettes and satirists, bull moose boys and yes men and conservatives. They might not break bread together, but they mingle in and out day and night under the uneasy solidarity of sex and solicitation. Socialization, sorry. It's 1 a.m. there, so it's 11 p.m. here. It's so interesting that he keeps his watch set to Chicago time. I walk up the stairs and go through the double doors. The powder room is fully active. The first person I look for is the person I don't want to see, and I don't see her for now. I have no idea how long I'll have. I might have time to interview only one person. Cynthia's flitting to and from nearly every single male in the room, starting conversations. Evening, Cynthia. She gives me a look.
Evening, Adler.
Saw you coming back from the station today.
And?
Just wondering what it's all about. You left in a bit of a hurry when you saw me walk through the door.
It's hard to have a conversation with Sam when you're monopolizing him.
The hell? That's crazy talk.
Is it now? I've barely see him? I don't know. I barely see him at work now that he's running around town with you.
He's a free agent.
Funny how you're saying that. You know he told me, don't you?
He did what?
It seems like that scares you.
Because it does.
Now why's that exactly?
I lower my voice to a whisper. Because it could get him into deep trouble.
Or maybe you're just scared that I'll convince him that you're taking advantage of his fear.
What the hell has gotten into her? You tell that story to anybody who has loose lips and you'll damn him, woman.
You really think the word of one Masada hooker is more trustworthy than the big shot sheriff? I thought you were supposed to be smart, Adler.
God, she gets really squeaky when she's mad.
Oh, I was supposed to be squeaky. Big shot sheriff! I'm not gonna do that. If you use him like you use the rest of this brothel and leave him to rot, you'll take some damage.
She's never been this brazen with me before. I'm not doing any of that.
Are you kidding me? His habits are completely different now. I don't believe for a second that you are influencing him to stay with you.
Calm yourself. I'm just trying to teach him to protect himself for once in his life. What he does with that is up to him. But he's not safe being on his own yet. There are things going on that you don't know about. She holds up a digit.
I'll give you one chance, Adler. One. If you fuck him up, I promise I will find some way to make you pay.
One chance is all I need.
Don't you dare make me regret this. Notebook updated. On the Sam needs to sleep more sticker, he added, maybe Cynthia does too. That's fucking funny.
I take a deep breath as she walks away. Shit. Wonder who pissed in her grits this morning. I've gotta shake this off. I'm here for a reason besides Sam tonight. Too many people pointed me in this direction for me to ignore that. The first strange thing I see is Harlan serving drinks. Dora's on the couch watching me ever since I entered the room. The only other person who'd be easy to access is Ethel. Is that you, Ethel? Down luck, Ethel. Sitting alone, I imagine that is. That's a typo. On the couch.
Oh, god damn it. With the choices. Let's save here. Let's start with Dora. Back so soon, Sheriff?
Duty calls, ma'am. Your office?
Very well.
She puts out her cigarette in her glass, and Harlan doesn't have to be asked to attend to it at once. Doesn't have to be asked to attend to it at once. There we go. That's the correct inflection or whatever. Cadence. That was the word I was looking for. Once we're alone in her office, she gives me her classic glare.
Could you please do me the favor of keeping this meeting short? It's the start of the week, and it's already been a long day.
Any information your girls collect on James would be useful to have.
Good heavens. Is this just another dick-waving contest between you two?
Ma'am, no. I have reason to believe somebody is targeting him by targeting one of his valued employees.
Well, there's not a whole lot to know about him that you don't know already, is there? He fucks a lot of my girls and wants to bed Samuel, too.
And you're still blocking that, right?
I prioritize him last, but he's persistent, and he's bound to get a booking one of these days. I won't be surprised when he becomes brazen enough to ask Sam himself. Why do you care so much about that anyway?
I don't. I just think it's funny.
Well, you better keep up with that price tag if you think it's so funny.
I pay well in advance, don't I?
You slip up sometimes. But regardless of that, I'm sorry that I don't know much more unless you want very niche specifics, and even then, I couldn't promise to know. The man's tiresome. Is there anything else?
Well, shit. I've got nothing. I think that's it for now.
Well, then let's return to the powder room, shall we?
I can never read that woman well. When I get back to the powder room, I check my watch. Shit, it's already been half an hour. I could keep coming back here every so often for reports. But for now, I think I've lingered here long enough.
What? I only get one? Fuck me. Okay, well... Damn it. Oh, see, that's what I mean. Like, sometimes you only get one. You don't get multiple. That was, like, barely anything. I didn't get shit from that. I got nothing. That was not worth it. That was not worth it. I'm going to load back in. I'm going for Harlan.
Harlan Perkins, might I have a word? He looks to Dora, who swirls the contents of her glass. Then he looks back to me. If we must, Sheriff Adler, I do have a job to do, and we're on the clock. I'll try not to keep you for long. Might we use your office, ma'am?
Is that necessary?
Go ahead. The last thing we need is the both of you putting a damp on the atmosphere.
Much appreciated. I lead the way to Dora's office and then close the door behind us.
Now what's the meaning of this?
I shrug and put up my hands. No need to be so defensive, Mr. Perkins. I'm on a case, and it might be helpful if you could answer a few of my questions.
Might a man feel indignant when he's shaken down by the law?
That's not the situation, Mr. Perkins. I'm asking you to answer questions all peaceful-like. Helping me helps you if there's trouble in our community.
And I'm in trouble now, is that it?
He sure is dancing around to anything I ask him. He throws a hell of a lot of questions to statements I don't make. That alone is a bit suspicious. Then again, most people don't like James. How would you describe your relationship with Mr. Hendricks?
I serve him drinks and redirect his drudgery when he flummoxes patrons in the bar area.
And does that create a lot of problems in the bar? The hair uncrosses his arms.
When the other patrons like him, they love him. It's the staff he tends to flummox.
Have you seen his business partners come into the saloon together? Maybe for a drink or a company lunch?
They do, from time to time.
And do any of them seem to dislike one another?
He tends to keep them isolated, so they don't really know each other.
By the way I phrased that question, I didn't expect him to know anything. But he did. I think that's all I have to ask for now, Mr. Perkins.
Was it so urgent that I had to be pulled away on the clock?
Urgent enough by my standards. Thank you for your time.
It's precious, so don't squander it.
Let's return to the powder room then, shall we?
Well, that was a little more informative. I wonder if talking to any of the other two would be as informative. I don't want to spend 90 years on this, because everyone has a fucking dialogue on this. Well, gotta give him due diligence. Let's load him up and talk to Cynthia this time. Well, I don't want to. Let's go in order here. Ethel.
Evening, ma'am.
Are you talking to little old me?
I'm not talking to anybody else, am I?
You've got a big mouth. I wonder if that applies to the rest of you.
Whoa. She's laid it on a bit thick, ain't she? I'm not interested in your con, ma'am.
Oh, wait a minute. You're the fucking sheriff, aren't you? Oh, god fucking damn it, of course you are. What the hell do you want?
I want to ask some questions is all.
Then hand over some money. This isn't a charity.
Easy enough. I hand her a few dollars. But she still isn't pleased.
What, you think this is all I'm worth?
I'm not exactly paying you by the hour, am I? Be careful about how you proceed, though. You probably want to act calm and lower your voice.
And why should I?
Because the law in this city discovers lots of things. I lean forward. And if it turned out you had a bad habit of breaching confidentiality of your co-workers' clients, I look over in the direction of the madam. Your employer might not take so kindly to that. She looked really uncomfortable now.
Notebook! Ethel reacted to a hollow threat of exposure. She's probably the one leaking information to James. Oh, damn. I was really hoping it was Harlan, but I guess he's got his own thing of wanting to be with Dora. Oh well. And the music didn't fade properly on this one as well. Okay.
Looks like what the librarian said was true. What can you tell me about James Hendricks?
Oh, I can tell you plenty. He's good, and he pays well. And he can definitely manage to make me climax.
What the fuck?
That's not the sort of information I'm looking for, ma'am.
Again, why is there a question mark?
And why not? I bet you're one of those sorts who finishes and rolls over and falls asleep. I'd still take your money, though. Less work for me if you're asleep.
They're not paying me enough for this. Anything else?
Oh, for God's sake. A fantastic cleaning, for fucking hell.
Charming.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you suddenly expecting me to become a prude? We're in a brothel, Sheriff. Or are you just getting shy because you haven't tried it?
I'm not much interested in discussing that, ma'am.
You know, I always suspect a man might be a fairy until they can prove they are not afraid to go down south.
Probably true.
So you do have a pulse after all.
Starting to wish I didn't.
I was starting to think I was talking to a man made out of ice. Deep down, there's always something that gets you man hot.
Look her straight in the eye. I know you think you're slick, ma'am, but this was sloppy. She's blinking at me. Clean yourself up. She starts to shake and then puts out her cigarette.
Head back to your station so you can masturbate, pig.
And then she gets up and stomps off. Can't help but chuckle. I wish I could tell her that I jerk off plenty. It's free. And besides, they know how to make it feel good better than a woman can anyway. We're the ones who know what a cock feels like after all.
Okay. Well, that was... Okay, so with this one, we get something in the notebook. Not much else after that, but that is something that we don't get with anything else. So, unless something gets added to the notebook with Cynthia, I'm probably going to stick with the Ethel route, I guess. But just for the sake of seeing it through, let's see what Cynthia says. Just one more thing, Cynthia. She turns on the balls of her heels and stares me down.
What?
If you really do care about Sam and the people in this town, I could use your help in my current case.
I'm not interested in any of your crackdowns.
Luckily, the room is still crowded enough to drown out our voices. It's murder, Cynthia. She lowers her voice, too.
Another?
I nod. Can you tell me anything, and I mean anything, about James Hendricks?
Well, I hate the man's guts. He buys up Macedo land as quick as he can for much lower than its value, and then families have to turn to the reservation.
So it's personal for you.
I dedicated a long time ago that I'd rather sell my body than let another man like that take away my freedom. He's a client I will never take.
I saw earlier that you had Mr. Tibbetts as a client. Did he ever talk Hendricks or his business partners? Or maybe he named some folks who don't like him?
Not really, aside from the men who heard him earlier. He asked me more about my life than he talked about himself. And then he asked if I could braid some of his fur. Then he asked if it was a special Macedo braid, but I was just honest and told him it was how Lucy makes challah bread. It was how Lucy makes challah bread. Okay.
Yikes.
Oh, don't give me that look. He's just another man. Most of you had a bad habit of becoming overfamiliar too soon. It doesn't bother me that much because I never let it go too far.
Well, I guess that's all that comes to mind. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so yeah, the Ethel route is definitely the one that goes with it because it gets a clue added to the notebook, and all the other ones just seem to be talking about how they don't know much and maybe a character note here or there.
The safest thing I can do right now is look for Sam. He talks to the girls, and I don't have to be out in the open to reach him. If he's not with a client, he's going to be by himself.
Oh, dark room.
Odd thing is, his door's open when I get to his room.
Well, yeah, he'd still be at the station, wouldn't he?
Samuel? Nobody answers, which is strange. Sometimes he stalks the bar at night when nobody is there anymore. Nick found him drunk there once, after downing a whole glass of absinthe. He won't make that mistake again. As I go down the stairs and turn the corner, I hear somebody rattling around.
Back so soon, Will?
Shit.
Oh, there she is.
I see Hattie step out from behind the counter. I don't even want to see her, but there she is. Still as bright as spun gold as she was back there. But just a bit more frayed around the edges.
Are you ready to talk yet? Or are you gonna yell some more like a big old baby?
Ain't much to talk about, is there? You're in danger here.
I keep getting told that I'm in danger everywhere, Will. If not here, then it's the city. If not there, then it's any city in the north. Fact of the matter is, the whole wide world's a pretty dangerous place for a single mother.
You had a support system there.
There were people who would protect you and Andy. It was cramped and dirty. And it was expensive, Will.
I would have sent you money if you asked.
Maybe I didn't want your money.
If not mine, then whose? She pulls a lighter and a cigarette from her pocket. She's trembling as she struggles to light it. She always did have frail hands.
I'm paying my own way from now on. Besides, Andy's past the age for alimony. Mr. Hendricks needs a house cook. No, 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 no. No, I fear so much for the safety of both her and her child being in the presence of that man in an intimate setting like the home. Oh my God. I already took the position.
Don't do it. The man's a two-faced pervert.
Aren't you too?
She takes a drag on her cigarette. No. I told you the truth. It would have been wrong to stay together that way.
We built a life together and you put a child in me. I'm sorry I couldn't be the woman you wanted me to be.
All these years and she still doesn't get it. I cared about you a lot. And you still look could.
So then what was the goddamn problem, Will?
It's useless to retread this.
So then we won't.
Hendricks told me that you reached out to him. Is that true?
Only after I had already arrived.
You moved here before speaking with Hendricks?
In truth, the reason I'm here is because I'm worried about Andy.
Why worry about him?
He wants to join the army, Will.
What's so wrong with that? I serve my country in my own way.
And look where that got us!
My job had nothing to do with what happened to us. You're just gonna have to trust me on that.
I just don't think it's a good idea for him to go into the military, what with what's going on in the world right now. He needs a strong male influence in his life to set him straight.
Then you definitely don't want me involved. I'd probably encourage him to go.
And why the hell would you do that?
If the draft comes around, he might not have a choice. Better to get a head start on an officer position than get dragged in as a foot soldier with everybody else, right?
I don't want to think about that possibility.
We might have to.
Yeah, this is nearing World War I times. Draftees are the biggest demographic to die due to poor training and hasty deployment and poor stationing, and quite frankly, the army didn't care about him as much. Or the military, I should say, not just the army.
She drops her cigarette into a glass of water.
Shit!
I pluck one from my pocket and hand it to her. She takes it. Then I light it for her.
I don't want to lose him how I lost you.
I told you before. You didn't lose me, Hattie. I was never yours in the first place.
That's supposed to make me feel better or something?
It's just the truth. I'm sorry, there isn't any rhyme or reason to it. She exhales.
I've been having all sorts of bad feelings, Will.
Bad how?
Feelings like I'm being watched. Or that there's always somebody waiting around a corner for me. Like those months when we were stopped. It's like they're back again. Or more like they never stopped.
I've been feeling the same way. But I don't know if it's helpful or not to tell her that right now. How did you know how to contact Mr. Hendricks?
A letter.
What was the return address?
Didn't have one.
Do you still have it? She lowers her paw into the purse at the side and unclasps the copper buckle. Then she slips her hand inside. She pulls out an envelope with a sliced opening and hands it to me. I pull out the letter and read it. Some photographs are taped to it too. What is this?
That one is inside of my apartment. The one inside my bedroom when I'm asleep.
Somehow, some way, James made this happen. I'll kill that man.
But wouldn't leaving his own phone number incriminate himself?
I don't think he sent the letter. But I bet it's his fault some way, somehow.
Can you just look after our son if something happens to me, Will? That's all I'm asking.
That's a big ask, Hattie.
Please!
I've gotta go. Call me at the station if you don't feel safe. She's saying something as I go out the back door of the saloon, but I block it out. I can't be mad at her if she was coerced into coming here. But I know there were other places she could go and other people she could go to.
I thought I saw you stalking around out here.
Good eyes, good ears. I'm not surprised. Guess I ought to learn how to tread even lighter around here from now on.
Save your breath. It's your fucking fault we're out here in the middle of the goddamn desert now.
Lord have mercy. Where to start? First of all, groom your whiskers better. They're gonna look like shit until your mid-20s.
Oh, fuck off.
Second, what your mom does is her business. I know that you work. Somebody has to stay with her and support her. It's not you. He still thinks he can pull this out on me. That's so. What's this I hear about you running off to the military then?
Don't use that tone on me like you're my pa.
Well, I am. But if that's not good enough for you, then just think of me as a concerned third party.
You don't know what concern even is.
Cut the crap, Andy! You signing up or not?
A man's meant to know what to do with a gun in his hands.
I feel more my breath escape me. You'd do better knowing how to trim first, Andy.
I told you to cut that out!
If you really want to enlist, then you should do it. Better to regret a choice you made yourself than to regret a choice somebody else made for you. It hurts a lot less.
Will you promise to keep Ma safe if I do?
I'm not gonna lie here. No.
The hell you mean, no?
Exactly what I said. This place isn't safe and I told her not to come.
I'll protect her then. I'll do it with my own 2 hands. It's more than you've ever done.
You have no idea what I've been through to protect your mom, and you probably never will. Now you listen and you listen good. There are people here who absolutely will murder you and your mother if you let them get too close. She said that she's here for other reasons, but she was coerced without a doubt. If you really care about her, then you'll buy her a ticket out of town.
That's not gonna work.
She'll do whatever you say if you don't enlist.
It's okay, Will. I'm a warrior.
I'm a warrior! You are nothing of the sort. Now go inside before I beat your ass. It's not safe after dark.
Pussy.
The fuck you just say? Pussy! He slams the door. Oh, goddamn. That boy is in over his head. Maybe the military would do him some good.
Will?
Sam!
What are you doing here right now? Oh, slow fade out. Is this it? Yep, to be continued. Well, that was a hell of a fucking way to end it. We met the mother, we met the son. We had a hell of a lot of choices. It's probably the most professional looking end card out of all of them, with the credits and all that. I like the cute ones and I like all of them. I'm not saying a professional one is necessarily the better one. But this is definitely one that makes you make it look like a professional package. Well, there you go. That was the William update. I think the other two characters also have an update I gotta catch up on. I'm not doing it tonight though. This was a 3-hour recording, and I haven't even eaten yet today, and it's already 10:30 at night. So I gotta go do that and then go right to bed. So fun for me. So I'm not even gonna let me know what you all let me know what you all thought of this in the comments down below. If you think I made any mistakes, let me know at what part of this update, which episode, because I know this is gonna get split up a lot. Let me know what part you think I messed up, if I did, or what your thoughts are on any of this part of the update. If you want to play this game yourself, the links are in the description down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I enjoyed it very much. I really liked the notebook, and I think this is very, very intriguing. My throat is not enjoying the perspective shift, but my enjoyment as a viewer, it very much does. I really do like it. So thank you for watching. Leave comments, let me know what you think. And if you made it to this end of the video and the end of the update, let me know what your favorite zombie movie is. I think my favorite zombie movie right now that's coming to mind is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I think that's what it's called. Hey, babe! Babe! It's Tucker and Dale versus Evil, right? Okay, that's what's coming to my mind right now. If there's another one that I know there are others that I also like. Shaun of the Dead is really funny, but I think Tucker and Dale versus Evil is probably my favorite zombie movie. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what yours is to prove that you made it to the end. But yeah, I hope you have a nice day, everyone. Bye!